Hi everyone, this is Liz with 143 Handmade. Welcome to Map Making Monday. So I have, let's see, so far we've done mountains and we did trees and we did outlines. That's what it was. We did mountains and outlines. Today we're going to do trees. Okay, so, I know what I'm doing. I swear I do. So trees are one of those things. There's, deciduous trees. Those are the leaves, the ones where the leaves fall off. And then there's evergreen trees that, tend to be pyramidal in shape or triangular in shape. And, they stay green. They keep their tend to be needles all year long. And the easiest way that I have found that, or the way that I like to draw the difference between the two is to draw a deciduous forest. What I do is I will, first of all, I will have the map space predetermined. I will know where I want to put the trees, right? And so I will just draw a wiggly, I don't know, it's very light and you guys are probably going to have a hard time seeing it, but just a wiggly line like so. And it doesn't matter that I went ahead and looped around twice, and there's that double line right here, if you guys can see that. Yeah, I think you guys can just barely see that. That's totally fine. Let me see if it's clearer if I come in closer. Yeah, it is a little bit. Okay. So from there, what I will do is see, like, that's just like the overall forest, right? And then now what I'll do is just out from that, I will draw some smaller ones, but that are in that similar, shape. And depending on the lay of the land and whatnot will dictate, how many of those I do and whatnot. And then I'll come over here and I'll just do a single one. A single tree. If this is the forest, your single tree needs to be rather small. Okay? And so just do the one same shape, only much smaller. And then I just draw one little line because that's just one little bit of them. And then what I'll do is I'll come over here to these mid-sized ones and I'll just draw a whole series of lines down along the front there. And I know that looks like a weird, like, I don't know what, it just looks super weird at this point, but that's okay. And then what you do is you go into your shape and you just draw a bunch of those. And this is, again, one of those things that you will find a style that works for you. You will find a patterning that you like, a randomness that you like, or an order that you like. There is no, this is, again, one of those things. It's a fantasy map. You can't get it wrong. It's just a fantasy map, and don't overthink it. And see, like, that one sticks out a little bit far, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a little trunk over there. And just kind of drawing those trunks a little bit darker. There we go. And then maybe draw another single right here off the back there. And there we go. And that's this, a super simple way to draw a forest of deciduous trees. And you can draw the trunks in before, after, at any point, whatever works for your brain, And you just draw these little squishies, little circles, little scribbles, and there you go. You have a deciduous forest. I'm not going to take the time to do the big one because I think you guys get the point. Now, to draw an evergreen forest, what I tend to do is I tend to draw little triangles like that, and I don't tend to draw them in I don't shortcut it by drawing just the outline. I tend to just draw them in one at a time, and because I don't really care for doing them, I don't do them a lot. But I think that's partly because I haven't mastered a great way to do it quickly over a large space. And so, but I bet you could do a similar thing where you just drew an outline, but instead of drawing a line, you're just drawing triangles. Hey, look at that. Just occurred to me right here. A better way of drawing them in mass. And you know, the scale that you use is totally up to you. It depends on what you're drawing, depends on how much space you have. Are you drawing like a whole big world map for like a Dungeons and Dragons excuse me, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, or are you drawing just a little something doodle that just happens to be a map? You know, it just really depends. And there's no wrong. Just do what feels good, you know. There we go. And then just go back across, and especially these ones that are on the outside, give them some bottoms, you know, so that way I can give them trunks. There we go. Yeah, that was a pretty efficient way drawing evergreens. And that's just one way. You know, I highly encourage you to look up other ways. You know, I am by far not an expert. You know, I love it. I have so much fun drawing maps, and I draw a ridiculous number of them for, you know, how many I actually need. But this is my doodle. This is my zen, right? So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that helps somebody learn how to draw some quick little trees. It's just, you know, one of, or a couple of the myriad of ways to draw trees. And again, use whatever symbol, you know, makes sense to you. Use whatever symbol you can readily draw, as long as you provide a key, you know. And all that is like right down here. I'm gonna draw a deciduous tree and draw an evergreen tree, and okay, I'm not sure how to spell deciduous, but you know what I mean. And then evergreen. Yeah, I can't remember how to spell words with a crap. So, but you know, that's okay. But anyway, so that's the key. That's all I mean by that is you just draw the symbol, and then you write what it is. And I absolutely love autocorrect and all of the technology now. Like, you have no idea how much better that makes my life as far as the spelling goes compared to what my, you know, 80s 80s education was. So, but anyways, so we will talk about water next time, I think. You know, drawing in the water effect. I haven't done that a lot in this one. There's, on this page, you can kind of see two different water effects, actually. So that's kind of cool. So we'll talk about those next week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate every single minute we spend together.